I love getting into the details of this game, and you know, you could say at the end of my career and just still be so dialed in. I think that's pretty cool. Where things go terribly wrong, all right, we're done. If things go very well, like the last one, no damage, go through, all right, we'll keep it rolling. Take it each fight as it goes. You know, I'm just trying to be real with it. I still feel like I'm pretty explosive, you know, I'm trying to be realistic with it, but some people could watch me and be like, mate, you're hitting harder than ever, you know what I mean? My wrestling's still on point. Young, hungry guy versus the old guy, you know, however people want to put it. Yeah. You know, I guess that is going to be pushed. Usually I like to push that. I probably will still push it. Yeah. But in my head, I'm not looking at that. I just feel like I'm different. And I get to prove that time and time again. I plan on doing that again in October.
Do you think a 5-round fight with Volkanovski, do you see opportunity to finish him? Like, he is getting older, he got knocked down. Do you think
5 rounds, more time to finish? Okay, yeah. Because first 2 are just warming up, and then I'll start working, usually. And that's why, to be honest, I'm a fighter for 5 rounds. Like before UFC, I fight 4 times 5-round fights. And you can see I have finishes there. So, we'll see.
Alexander Volkanovski and Movsar Evloev are leaving nothing behind in camp. Both fighters are fully locked in, pushing their bodies to the limit as they prepare for war. With UFC 333 scheduled for October 24, 2026, every brutal session builds toward one moment: fight night. Volkanovski wants to prove he still belongs at the top, while Evloev is training like a man determined to finally claim his throne. 2 elite camps, 1 massive collision, and only one man will walk out with his hand raised. Volkanovski is turning his UFC 333 camp into a relentless grind, lifting heavy weights and building serious power for fight night. He's also tearing through intense pad work, sharpening his speed, timing, and combinations with every strike. Volkanovski is clearly leaving nothing in the tank. October 24 could unleash a completely locked-in version of the former champion. UFC champion Demetrius Johnson believes Movsar Evloev is long overdue for a shot at Alexander Volkanovski. However, Mighty Mouse also identifies a brutal problem for the undefeated contender. Johnson predicts that if Evloev fails to secure takedowns and keep Volkanovski grounded, Volk's superior speed, angles, and relentless movement will completely dismantle him. The crucial question, according to Johnson, is whether Movsar can establish any control over Volkanovski, as he views Volk as a nightmare matchup capable of exposing every weakness in Evloev's skill set.
Matchup, and then the main event, Movsar, undefeated, taking on Alex Volkanovski. It's about fucking time Movsar gets the opportunity to fight Volkanovski. I think Volkanovski tears him apart. I think he's gonna be too fast. Yeah. The angles, the inside. I didn't want to. I just don't see. Movsar's gonna have to really get Alex Volkanovski to the ground and hold him.
Israel Adesanya believes Movsar Evloev could be in serious trouble against Alexander Volkanovski, arguing that Volkanovski is simply too strong and too difficult to hold down. He points to Volkanovski's proven ability to neutralize elite grappling and questions whether Evloev can maintain control for any significant duration. Israel Adesanya said, Volk could wash Movsar and make this fight look easy.
I think, yeah, the size will play a factor because Volk is thick. He's a big boy. I don't see, yeah, you're right. I don't see how Movsar is going to hold him down for that long. I'm trying to think of Movsar as a striker as well. And his kicks, they're not like Usman or anything. So, nah, I think Volk's going to watch this one. He's going to make this one look clean. Straight up, I think he is. Yeah, I think he is. He's going to make it look clean. It's going to be just, yeah. But again, I'm biased. Don't ask me why. I'm biased.
Michael Bisping argues that Volkanovski's elite footwork and movement leave opponents completely helpless. At 37, questions about Volkanovski's age are circulating, yet his experience, discipline, and years of top-level competition make him more dangerous than ever. The real question is whether Evloev can finally solve the Volkanovski puzzle before the veteran reduces him to an ordinary opponent.
Volkanovski's shutting people out, and yeah, we all know about the footwork and stuff, but how old is he now?
He's got to be.
He's getting up there.
36,
Yeah, he's getting
37, you know?
Is he 36, 37?
Yeah, I thought he was older.
There was,
older right now.
there was the
He's 37.
37. Oh, so he's still
37.
I mean, he's had a long career, but not just from mixed martial arts, but he also played rugby. So,
Yeah.
and I think he's taking care of his body.
Jorge Masvidal says Movsar Evloev has a legitimate chance to upset Alexander Volkanovski. He highlights Evloev's rapidly improving stand-up and argues that mixing that striking with his dangerous wrestling could give Volkanovski serious problems. The key question is whether Evloev can use that pressure and versatility to outwork one of the greatest featherweights ever.
Alexander Volkanovski taking on Movsar Evloev.
Yeah, man. ATT. We've been waiting on this one to get announced.
Waiting on
So y'all been sitting on this. Y'all knew.
And this
Y'all
guy,
more or less, y'all been sitting on this.
This guy's been in shape for a long time.
Yo, that dude looks like he's never eaten a cookie.
Never eaten a carb.
You might be right,
Yeah.
And he trains like it too. I mean, he's disciplined. Even when he has no fight in sight, he's at the gym.
Yeah.
He leaves back home where he's from in the Caucasus area, comes here, spends 5-6 weeks. Even when he has no fight, then the fight gets announced, he's already in shape when he gets into camp, Now, he's fighting, I think, one of the best 145ers, best mixed martial artists ever. But I think he could pull it off, man.
Oh yeah.
I think Movsar
you guys
could
think
pull it off.
is he because in his last fight he used wrestling later on in the fight, but in the beginning he was standing, and his stand-up looked way better than what everybody gives him.
No, he
credit
has good
for.
stand-up.
Do you see him outstriking Volkanovski?
Masvidal said, Movsar brings youth, relentless pressure, and a third lung that could push Volkanovski into deep waters. Still, Alexander Volkanovski possesses a striking game on another level, cementing his legacy as one of the best to ever grace the sport. To secure a win, Movsar must effectively blend his wrestling with heavy strikes, denying Alexander Volkanovski the ability to settle into his rhythm. If the fight stretches into the championship rounds, Movsar's relentless pace could force Alexander Volkanovski to feel every second of his age.
Hard to control,
Exactly.
But
And very hard to take down, bro.
Yeah, crazy hard to take down. I think he's gonna have to do a mixture of both, to tell you the truth. I don't think he's as good on the feet as Volkanovski. I think Volkanovski is one of the best on the feet ever to grace his sport. And the way that he just puts everything together. And if he's gonna beat him that day, he's gonna have to do both. Throw heavy shots,
Use that to set up
on the
takedowns.
legs, and more than anything, rely on the one thing he might have over Volk, which Volk, I've never seen him tired. I'm not saying that he gassed or nothing, but
Youth.
Movsar does have the youth and a third lung. Like you could ask Dustin, you could ask anybody seen this guy. He does not get tired.
Right.
He just does not. He'll keep the same pace. He'll go 85% of his ability the whole 5 rounds without missing a beat, and whether it's wrestling or striking. So I really think he has to lean into that and just get Volk's heart rate up there, make him feel every bit of the age,
And he also got this weird ability to find a way to capitalize on something, to steal a round. Like when he fought Arnold Allen, boop, jabbed him, stole a round. Hurt him. Aljamain Sterling found a way to steal those rounds. Lerone Murphy found a way, the close rounds, found a way to steal those rounds.
That fight was pretty close.
It was close, man, but Movsar, I don't know if it's his body language or just the intensity that he starts to put out when he realizes that it's getting close.
Masvidal points out Movsar's frightening knack for shifting gears when the fight tightens. He can instantly crank up the pressure, snatch a round, and generate momentum just as his opponent falters. While Volk may grow tired and hazy in the later stages, Movsar remains clear-headed, composed, and dangerous. And when both fighters are exhausted, Dan Thomas believes Movsar could be the one to sprint to the finish and steal the victory.
Yeah, everybody has 5 gears. He's got 6th and 7th gear. And when you're getting tired and it's 3rd, 4th, and 5th round, you're getting a little foggy, he's staying clear put. I see him in the corner all the time. He's getting instructions. He's having full conversations with the coaches. They're bringing in 2-3 different guys to wear him out, and his body language is not changing. So he's built for those moments. When both horses are tired, he's gonna be the one to sprint it always at the end.
The analyst ultimately backs Volkanovski, citing his elite fight IQ and round control ability. He argues that Volkanovski is too smart, too well-rounded, and too strategic to be ignored, even against Movsar's relentless pressure in wrestling, which remain the biggest threats and force Volkanovski to steer clear of dangerous traps. Final pick, Volkanovski. The veteran's experience and intelligence could decide the fight when it goes deep.
I'm gonna lean towards Volk on this one.
You are?
He's so smart. He's just so smart.
Good everywhere.
He's so well-rounded.
He's one of the best.
Like you were saying, he's a guy who knows how to win rounds.
Yeah, he's another, but he does it in a strategic way. Like he'll get you
Effortless.
to do, yeah, like Movsar, you'll see him just kind of like turn it on, like you said, but
Put more gas out.
Volk will be like, all right, I'm gonna get you to go this way, then bing,
Yes, yeah,
and do something slick.
He's
yeah.
outthinking people on the feet for sure.
Making you make mistakes, making you make bad decisions. Man, but as an older fighter, that's how you have to fight.
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna outdo him, you're not gonna outrun him. So I still don't know.
You got to set traps.
Yeah, you got to set them traps. So I guess it's a matter of can Movsar stay out of the traps?
Yeah, because Diego, when he fought Diego these last 2 times, he had to stay out of, the pocket really and not get hit with a big shot. That was probably where he was going to lose that fight. In this one, it's not so much that, it's the takedowns, right? Like he gets taken down. That's
Lucas Tracy frames the bout around a single, brutal question. Who will impose their game and win the striking exchanges? He notes that Evloev might secure takedowns, but he can't keep Volkanovski controlled for long. That leaves Volkanovski's elite striking, movement, and ability to win rounds as the likely deciding factor. Tracy's message is clear. If Evloev can't dominate on the ground, Volkanovski holds the advantage where it matters most.
The deciding factor of this fight is going to be who's the better striker and who's going to win on points. And since Movsar Evloev doesn't have a fraction of the finishing ability of Diego Lopez, whether that's on the ground or on the feet, he's going to have to win on points. And yeah, he may be able to mix it up and have a couple of takedowns in this fight, but there's no way he's holding Volk down. Not gonna happen.
Lucas Tracy believes the relentless pace of Alexander Volkanovski will begin to break Evloev down as the fight progresses. He expects Evloev to burn significant energy, attempting to control Alexander Volkanovski, particularly as his takedown attempts are consistently stuffed. By the later rounds, Tracy envisions Evloev becoming exhausted and damaged, struggling to replicate any early grappling success. That is when Alexander Volkanovski is expected to take over, turning the contest into a brutal striking battle while hunting for the finish.
Exchange where Movsar is going to be exerting himself to hold Volk down or to have a dominant position on the ground, which is going to be damn near impossible. Even if he does get a dominant position in round 1, it's going to get harder to do that as the fight goes on. It's going to get to the point to where it's damn near impossible for him to do that. And even thinking about doing that, you're going to be fully aware that you're going to expend a ton of energy, and if you fail a takedown, you've got 3 minutes where Volk is stalking you down, and it looks like Volkanovski against Makhachev in round 5 of their fight, where Volkanovski was really then starting to push that crazy pace, and Makhachev looked to be getting tired. I think we see that a lot sooner in this fight. I think instead of Volkanovski starting to take over in round 5 like he did against Makhachev, it took him that long to really start to take over. Movsar is smaller, he doesn't have the same strength, doesn't have the same submission threat, doesn't have the same power, doesn't have the same skill on the feet. I think we see that in round 3.
Lucas Tracy notes that Movsar Evloev begins to fade sharply as the bout moves into the middle rounds. After taking damage and expending energy on unsuccessful takedowns, Evloev could be fully exhausted by round 4. Tracy predicts that this is when Alexander Volkanovski will sense an opening and seize control. He believes Volkanovski's pressure and experience will dominate Evloev in the later stages.
I think we're going to see an exhausted Movsar Evloev in the middle of this fight by at least round 4. And I think then Volk's really going to start to take over. That's my prediction, because Volk is super confident about this.
To wrap things up, Lucas Tracy notes that Alexander Volkanovski isn't looking for excuses. He wants Movsar Evloev to bring his absolute best. He is essentially daring Evloev to lean on his grappling and test him where he believes he can handle it. Alexander Volkanovski's message is clear. Don't abandon your game plan just to survive. Bring the wrestling and come fight. Tracy believes Alexander Volkanovski is ready to force Evloev into striking exchanges, whether he likes it or not. It is a ruthless challenge, inviting his opponent to bring his A-game because he is prepared to shut it down.
He's talking about how I wanted to show everyone my striking and I wanted to make sure I was somewhat entertaining, and Volk was like, listen, no excuses. I want you to do your A-game. Don't come at me trying to strike. I'm going to make you strike with me. I'm going to force you to strike with me. If you're confident in your grappling first and foremost, bring your A-game with the grappling.
In the end, Alexander Volkanovski and Movsar Evloev head into UFC 333 with everything they have. Volkanovski is sharpening his power, speed, movement, and fight IQ, while Evloev is building pressure, wrestling, and relentless conditioning. Demetrius Johnson Israel Adesanya, Michael Bisping, and Lucas Tracy all raise major questions about Evloev's ability to control Volkanovski over the long haul. Jorge Masvidal points to Evloev's youth, pace, wrestling, and improving striking as factors that could force Volkanovski into a brutal late-fight battle. But Lucas Tracy counters that Volkanovski's elite striking, experience, and relentless pace could wear Evloev down once the takedowns start failing. Everything points to a clash of experience versus pressure, and on October 24th, only one man will leave UFC 333 with his hand raised. Predictions are flying, camps are heating up, and both fighters are preparing for the biggest test of their lives. Will Evloev finally dethrone the former champion? Or will Volkanovski once again prove why he remains one of the most dangerous fighters alive? October 24th could deliver a statement victory that reshapes the featherweight division. Volkanovski versus Evloev, no excuses, no escape, just war.